Hello my darlings and welcome back to Marion K Tarot and this special video, which if you followed me for a while you will know that I do not do walkthroughs. However, sometimes it's essential, and today what I am doing is I am going to do a walkthrough of the Wandering Moon Tarot, and it is the Midnight Sky Limited Edition. Okay, I am super excited about this because, as some of you probably know, I co-wrote the guidebook for this, and it is a deck that is really, really close to my heart. Not only are the images beautiful, but it's just a really special story, and as we go through the cards I will perhaps explain a wee bit further. Okay, talk. So if you know the Wandering Moon, the original, you'll know that it is a black and white deck. This is still black and white, but so the box was black and all the writing, etc., and the design, box design, was in white and holographic. So it's basically just like being inverted, or has it? Right, let's have a look. So sturdy 2-piece box. I have taken it out. There's Rachel's name, Rachel Jean, who is the epic artist and person who just does all the great stuff. You forgive my shadows, but that's the inside of the box. Glittery, Wandering Moon Tarot. Yay! Okay, so here's a guidebook. So again, the guidebook, we kept the guidebook the same, because despite it having a different energy, we just thought, no, let's no mess with it. Let's just keep it the way it is. Okay, so again, lovely wee bit of texture and sparkle. Again, yeah, Wandering Moon Tarot, a guidebook written by Rachel Jane and myself, Marion Kirk. Oh, exciting. So what the guidebook basically is there's a wee bit about the deck. There's a wee bit about here about the Midnight Sky edition. So Rachel's wrote a wee bit here. And then there's a bit just kind of standard, you know, using the deck in the guidebook. So if you're just new, I mean, you can still use the deck. And then we've got instructions here how to use the deck and guidebook, right? Okay, and it says here, the card has been given a voice and wants to introduce itself to you. Pick a card and spend some time looking at it. Even if the image is minimal, let your mind and emotions wander. This is when you may like to open your journal and begin writing. How much you write is up to you. What's important is establishing a connection with the card. And that's the thing. You know, I mean, learning tarot can be really intimidating for somebody who's never picked up a deck before. But, you know, just be taking it card by card, step by step, and remembering why you're doing it. You know, remember why you first picked up the cards in the first place, why they spoke to you. Right? So when we were writing this book, there was something that was really clear, and we wanted it to be accessible to everybody. Right? Whether you have been reading cards for 30 years, 40 years, or 3 weeks. We just wanted to have something that was just easy, right? Something that was useful, something that was practical, and something that you could have an emotional connection with, okay? I think it helps the fact that Rachel's a water sign and I'm an earth sign. But, you know, so we've got the practicality and we've got the emotions. So we've got it all covered, okay? So yeah, so then there's some tarot spreads. So we've got various 3-card tarot spreads. And then we've got an interview in your deck spread. And a cool wee one, am I ready to wander? And then a wee bit about what is the major arcana. And then we get into what it is. So there isn't necessarily a huge amount written about what the actual Fool is, because our idea behind it is for you to get your own meanings, right? So we've got upright and reversed keywords here, But the whole point of the tarot is for you to find your journey, for you to find your words that connect with you, that you understand. Because there's no point like listening and learning a whole load of keywords that make no sense to you, or a whole, description that makes no sense to you. So when I was writing this guidebook, and I'll just flick through it as we're doing it, how I began was I sat and looked at the images, and I asked the images, what do you want to say? And the message that I got back was, give us a voice. So that's what I've tried to do. So for instance, the High Priestess, looking at her, and the image for the High Priestess. So this is the message, and this is basically the message. Everything that I've wrote for this here is what was intuitively given to me. So this is the message. It says, gaze into my eyes and let me share the mysteries of all that is and all that has still to be. If you are ready, then all that I know is yours to behold. And whilst it's just a few lines, what it captures the essence of the High Priestess, because the High Priestess is a bit mysterious. She, it's hidden behind her veil traditionally in the Waite-Smith imagery. So it's like an agreement you make with the tarot and with yourself, that you're willing to put yourself forward to learn, to undertake the learning of the tarot. So as I say, we've just got that, so it's all the way up, and then we've got the minor arcana. And then we've also very importantly got a lot of, every card has got a story about the artwork, because it is different. It's different from your traditional Waite-Smith decks. There is still a lot of symbolism within from the Waite-Smith deck, and contained within the cards, but you sometimes just need to look a wee bit and have a wee bit of a wandering mind an engaging mind. Okay, so that's what we've got here, and it's all the cards. So moons are cups and stars are pentacles, and then swords and wands are still the same. Okay. So, and that's the back of the guidebook. So the moment you've all been waiting for. So we've got, in the original, we have got a black back with white pointillism, okay, and it's got a bit of sparkle. Hope you can see that. There is sparkly edges, holographic gilded edges. And then, are you ready? 3, 2, 1. Ta-da! Okay, so this is where it gets fun. So, yeah, we were going to do just an inverted deck, but we thought, nah, let's add a bit of bling. So Rachel basically redrew the entire deck for it to be included with holographic elements. And I really hope that my camera is showing these, because they're incredible. So yeah, so that's the full. So basically just jumping off of the cliff and having all these just sparkly bits just flowing from themselves. So it's just like, I'm ready to jump. Let's jump. Okay. And then we have the Magician. So again, you can see the sparkle. And if you use these outside on a sunny day, they are incredible. It is just like, it's like sparkle overload, and it's just amazing. And we get a High Priestess. So remember, she's inviting you to look into her eyes. Can you see her eyes? And we have the Empress. So as you can see, there's some parts that have been added to the holographic has been added to, but there's other elements that have just maintained that white pointillism, which I think makes it quite unique. So there's a flash. Can you see the flash in them? And then we've got the Emperor. I'm just going to flash the cards, do you know what I mean? Like literally just to show the rainbow. And then we've got the Hierophant. So you can see with the Hierophant, there's still lots of elements traditionally associated with the Waite-Smith deck. You know, you've got the crowns of the Hierophant, and then you've got the cross keys as well. And then we have the Lovers with the conjoined anatomical hearts. And then the Chariot. Strength. The Hermit. As you can see, the main mountaintop and the individual here in the Hermit card, that's maintained its solid colour, so that it's, to me, it reminds me of the Northern Lights. You know, this depiction, you know, because it's like the surrounding sky, the night sky, that is holographic. There's the Wheel of Fortune. Justice, which I adore. The Hanged Man. So you can see here, like this part here is has not had the holographic treatment, but it's like the shrubbery in the ground and the actual moon. So you could use it when you're reading it. Well, there's a wee bit here in the nails of the screws. So what you could do is when you're reading with these cards, should you decide to purchase a deck, when you're reading them and you've got them put out in a spread, I mean, it might be that something catches your eye, something that's either in the holographic or not within the holographic. And it could be that if you've got the, say for instance, you've got the original deck and you think, oh my goodness, I need to get my hands on this. So it might be something that you've never really noticed before in the original deck, but it's been highlighted because now there has been that holo added to it. And we get Temperance. We have the Devil. We have the Tower. Ooh, look at that. Ooh. Then we have the Star. And I love this. I love how it just flashes. His astrological correspondence to Aquarius is here, and it just twinkles there in the corner. Then we've got the Moon. And the Sun. Good Judgment. Again, it's like raindrops just flowing down. And then we've got the World. So these are the extra cards that we included in the original deck and this deck as well. So how you can use these cards is we have got the New Moon, we've got the Full Moon, you can see here, and we've got the Wanderer. Now, what I sometimes do is, how I sometimes use them is, I will put the Wanderer in my deck instead of the Hermit. Or sometimes instead of Temperance, because for me, like, Temperance is associated with Sagittarius, and Sagittarius loves to travel. So that's one way you can do it. Or you can just have them in as extra cards, just in them being themselves. So for instance, if you were to get the new moon in a spread, perhaps that is a message to say, look out for the things that are going on round about the next new moon, you know, like, and the same with the full moon. Or could it be that you were born under that moon phase? You know, have a look at your astrology chart and see if it's something, or maybe you're drawn more to one lunation as opposed to another. Or it could just be a message to say something like, you know, try and work with the moon phases more. Okay, so we're going into the minors. So we have got the Ace of Wands, 2, and as you can see, the wands are crystals. 3 of Wands, and I have to say that I've used these for a post on my Instagram page for the last lunation, the last new moon in Leo spread that I done, and they photograph so well. If you just place your camera in the right angle, you get all the flashes within the photographs, and they're awesome. So that's the 5, the Victory, the 6. This always reminds me of that scene in Rocky 4 where he climbs to the top of the mountain before he goes in and has a fight. It's just me. Okay, if you get that cultural reference, then yeah, that's, you should be in my channel. If you don't, well, maybe go and look it up. Rocky 4. The 7 of Wands, the 8 of Wands, the 9 of Wands, the 10. So I love the 10 of Wands because it's got a lovely balance, because it's got the 5 wands in each hand. It's still a load to bear, but it's more kind of evenly spaced out. Then we get the Page, the Knight, the Queen, and the King. Now we go into Cups, but obviously in the deck, as I explained, we call them moons. So this is the Ace, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and the 8 of Moons is one of my favourite cards, because it's like you've got a signpost here. You know, just kind of a, right, what direction are you going to go? You know, you're having to walk away, but what way are you walking? I love that. You've got a 9 with the shooting stars in between, with all the luck and your wishes coming true. And then the 10. Oops. Go. You get a Page, the Knight, the Queen, and the King. I'm going to the Swords. I'll get the Ace of Swords, the 2 of Swords. We've all had to make that decision. The 3 of Swords. Again, going through the anatomical heart as opposed to a love heart. 4. The defensiveness of the 5. The combative side. The 6. I love how shadowy the person is. Get the holographic. 7, 8 of Swords. 9. And the 10. Oops. The 10. I always find this an uplifting 10 of Swords, because there's a person there. You've made it through. You've got to the top of it, and you can see now beyond the hard times, they're past. And get the Page of Swords, the Knight of Swords, the Queen of Swords, and the King of Swords. We're going to Stars, which is Pentacles. So we have got the Ace, 2, the 3. Again, talking about that earth sign association with the suit of Pentacles, having the 3 astrological glyphs for the earth signs. 4 of Swords. 4 of Stars, sorry. 5 of Stars. 6 of Stars. So what I love about these two is it's almost like the 6, there's the Charity, and there's the 5 accepting the charity. The 7. Does money grow on trees? Who knows? The 8 of Stars. The 9 of Stars. The 10 of Stars. The Page of Stars. The Knight of Stars. The Queen of Stars. And the King of Stars. So, that is the Wandering Moon Special Edition Midnight Sky version. And I will give it a wee shuffle. Right, so we'll get a shuffle. It's the same cardstock, exactly the same cardstock as the original. And it will be available from September 2022. Now, it is a limited edition, as I've said. It is a limited print run. So I will link Rachel's shop in the description of the video, so that you can set yourself up for alerts if you follow the Wandering Moon Co on Instagram. You will be able to get the latest updates from Rachel, and I will link her Etsy shop as well. Okay, and you can actually go there and you can see all the incredible digital downloads that Rachel's been doing, all illustrated in the same way as the Wandering Moon with the pointillism. There's some familiar designs, there are also some unique designs. She has also done a second tarot deck that is just completely for digital download. So if the price point is an issue for you, you can buy Rachel's work in a tarot deck from our Etsy shop, and you can print it out and use it and basically make your own tarot deck with Rachel's artwork, which is incredibly generous. Right. Okay, let's see. Let's get a card. Okay. The card we've got is 3 of Wands. So it's time to start checking what's coming back into you. Where are you going? Where have you decided you've made your plans? You are going to set off and see where this takes you. So go forth and enjoy yourself, and hopefully if you love this deck, you will be able to go on an adventure and grab yourself a copy. Okay, my loves, thanks so much for watching and putting up with my awful walkthroughs, and I will speak to you at some point. Okay, take care, bye bye.